So I'm gonna get Mike to attack me here. Mike doesn't train with me, so I have no idea what he'll do, right? This is not staged, so it's not like 99% of martial art demos. I'm not gonna tell him how he's gonna attack. He can do whatever he wants.
That's how you know he's legit.
Right? This guy grabs me really hard. Don't be nice. You know, you're being nice. Don't be nice, right? And you wrestle with this guy. Go for it. He's not gonna work for me. He can pick me up and throw me. Pick me up. I'm gonna go out the door, right? If this guy tried to impose his strength on me, go ahead. It's really difficult for him to move forward when I'm hitting his diaphragm, right? Even a light one.
How was it, man? Why didn't you attack some more, you know?
Honestly, it's a shock, right? I'm used to having like some distance, so it's kind of weird when someone is able to bridge that distance very quickly, right?
In my opinion, the modern day Bruce Lee. I said it. Yeah, I said it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the video. Thank you for watching this video. I'm excited. We're going to be reacting to and breaking down Adam Chan, aka, in my opinion, the modern day Bruce Lee. I said it. Yeah, I said it. This is going to be a great breakdown. Going to start making more breakdowns like this where I react to stuff, to react to good martial artists that know what they're doing, and Adam Chan's on the top of the list, to be honest. This is going to be a great video. Before I react, real quick, if you want to learn this stuff, if you want to get good, you already know I have my $5 course. Anyone can afford it. Down the link in the description of this video. Let's get right in. So the first video we're going to go on is Vintage Wing Chun versus Bigger Attacker. Be sure to link these two videos in the link in the description as well, so you can go and see these if you want as well. So brief disclaimer, the reason I am reacting to Adam Chan is because this person, to my opinion, is one of the best martial artists out there of this age right now, in my opinion. He literally embodies what a JKD practitioner should be like. Now his style, he knows JKD, but obviously his main thrust is more the Wing Chun and the Kung Fu, a lot of Kung Fu styles. His more thrust is the Kung Fu side. But he's such a good martial artist, it's very effective, to where every Jeet-Kune-Do practitioner should be like this guy. Like, he has all the right attributes. That's why I say he is the modern Bruce Lee, because he has all the Bruce Lee attributes. He has all the speed, the power, the timing. He has all of it. Then on top of that, he's a very experienced martial artist with decades of real deal training. This guy's legit. So we're gonna get right into it.
So Adam, a lot of guys are asking about using Wing Chun against bigger guys, taller guys, and all that. How do you use Wing Chun against a bigger guy?
That's a good question. We'll get Mike to come in. Bigger guy
already. I love it because so many guys in this space talk a lot, say a lot of stuff, but the real guys like Jesse Glover, Bruce Lee, all those type of actual real fighters, they don't just tell you stuff, they show you. And I love this right here. I've seen this video before, and I love it. Even though it's saying, you know, Wing Chun versus bigger attacker, you can still, you know, put in JKD, Jeet-Kune-Do. I mean, because the stuff he's going to do is the same thing, but it's very effective. This is literally what we should aspire to be like. But to show that it works, he's not going to just tell you. He's going to test it right in front of the camera, no cuts, no edits. He's going to test it to see if this works or not.
It doesn't get any bigger than this. Okay, so if I'm going to use Wing Chun against a bigger guy, right?
Yeah.
First thing I do is I'm going to try to avoid him, right? Problem with martial arts is there's a lot of macho douchebaggism right now, right? But I really believe in being traditional, respectful, and so forth. If you're respectful towards most people, you can probably avoid most fights, right? I see this big guy coming at me, I walk the other way, right? If I have to confront him, I apologize, and I try to give him what he wants. See how I can help this guy. See how I can not fight this guy, right? That's pretend I failed too. That's what my running shoes are for, right? Look how big this guy is. I'm gonna run, right? That's pretend I failed.
So I like that he gave that disclaimer. In real life, if you're a nice person and you don't want to fight people, you're not gonna get in a fight, realistically. Like, the chances of you getting in a fight against your own will is so low, like 0.1%. It doesn't happen. So I love that he explained that, because that's what I teach as well. Especially for stuff like knife defense. Also, like, real life, you're not gonna get in a fight. If you just say, hey, I'm sorry, you leave, you get out of there, you're not gonna get in a fight. That's why I train martial arts, because I like it. I used to do for defense, but I've done it, it works, but you don't really get in fights like that, you know, unless you're just on the wrong side of the neighborhood. And so I like he explained, be nice, don't get into fights. This is for if you can't get away, if you're cornered, if he's blocking the exit. Those are situations where you have to do something.
Too, I'm cornered, and this really big guy's gonna attack me. So I'm gonna get Mike to attack me here. Mike doesn't train with me, so I have no idea what he'll do, right? This is not staged, so it's not like 99% of martial art demos. I'm not gonna tell him how he's gonna attack. He can do whatever he wants.
That's how you know he's legit. Oh, this is perfect. That's how you know he's legit. And I'm saying, hey, I don't train with Scott. He doesn't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what he's gonna do. And more importantly, he can do whatever he wants. That phrase, Bruce Lee would say it all the time. You can do whatever you want. You can punch, kick, grapple, it doesn't matter, and still beat him up and still trap him. That's how you know he's legit. That's, yeah, love this guy. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Go as hard as you like. He can punch, he can kick, he can grab, he can bite, he can elbow, he can fake, he can go for a shoot, he can grab me.
That's how you know your stuff works. When you can say, hey, do whatever you want, and still work, and it still work, that's how you know it works. You don't see karate guys do this stuff. You don't see boxers do this stuff. I mean, this is literally what you should be looking like as a martial artist. Make sure your stuff works against anybody so that when that time does come, you're ready, you're prepared.
And I'm going to attempt not to get hurt, which is really hard because he outweighs me by at least over 100 pounds, right? So, and I'm going to try and restrict myself and only using stuff similar to, or at least Wing Chun. Do whatever you want, right? I'm in here, right? Very basic, right? Let's go slow.
Perfect. Classic interception. That's why I said in this video, it can be, you know, JKD versus big attacker, because the same thing in this scenario. What did he do? He intercepted. That's the why it's called Jeet-Kune-Do. That is one of the most important principles, because when you have a bigger, stronger person, you cannot wait for him to punch you first. Because in real life, I don't know what the bigger guy's gonna hit me with. He could wrestle, he could grab me, he could do whatever, I don't know. So I need to beat him to the punch, literally, right? If you're fast enough, you can wait till you see him move, then beat him. Or once he starts threatening you, or once you know you're past that point of no return, you intercept with something, because your goal is to intercept his intent on harming you. And that's what Adam Chan did perfectly. That you saw, we're gonna go watch it again. He already closed the distance with an attack. It was gonna keep following up. We're gonna watch that again real quick.
Stuff similar to, or at least Wing Chun. Do whatever you want, right?
That's him in too, Oscar too. You saw, since this one's staged, when Adam Chan closed in, you know, when he closed in, you saw the big guy, he flinched. That's what happens, he flinched. Because in real life, when the big guy, tough me, whatever, tries to do something to you, and you intercept him, and you hit him, you're gonna have that flinch response, and you're going to stop that next hit. Obviously in real life, he didn't hit him in this, but in real life, if he would have hit him, it was going to nullify that big punch, whatever he's trying to do. That's the goal. That in real life, you're gonna catch him in between him trying to punch. He's gonna freeze, he's gonna flinch. Once you hit him, that's when you fully intercept him. You're gonna keep hitting him, keep attacking him. So beautiful stuff right here.
Very basic, right? Let's go slow motion. He came in, and I basically did a tan Salaman go. Mike came up like this and went for the throat. So, Mike, why didn't you attack again? Why didn't you just attack once?
I got stunned, man.
You got stunned, right?
Getting hit in the nose.
So the guy's bigger than you. I can't.
That's how it works in real life. In real life, the guy's so angry or upset or mad or whatever, he's not thinking, oh, what if this guy intercepts me? He's not thinking any of that. He's thinking, I want to hurt this kid. So when the guy has to swing, or when he steps to you and you already hit him in the eyes, him in the face, it shocks him. He's like, what? Like, it shocks him. Because you're hitting him really hard, first of all, but second, you are intercepting his intent to harm you. And so it cuts it off. He's confused, he's surprised, he's shocked. And that's gonna give you even more chance to keep hitting him or get out of there and run.
I can't really reach his head without losing power, so I just went for his throat, right? let's say I'm hitting his throat. What would you do, Mike? If we're here, right?
And then two, yet again, that closing technique is very important. Notice since Adam Chan is littler and smaller than the guy, he went for a vital spot. I like the eyes. Throat is also very good. For Adam Chan, the guy is so big, he can't really do the eyes. He's so big. So he went for the throat, which is good too. Yet again, he went for a vital spot because that's going to disrupt him even more. It's not just a punch, because with a big tough guy, a big burly guy, if you punch him, it might not work. You gotta be a really good puncher. But if you go for the eye, it's gonna work. If you go for the throat, it's gonna work. That's the big thing he did as well.
Cover. It's hard. If he tries to grab, really difficult when something's pushing your throat, right? If he stops my hands, then we're back. If he tries to stop my hand, then we're back, right? As soon as he puts his hand up, I punch his groin, right? Because I'm not going to try to oxo and lapso a guy this tall. Hey, something, Mike. Don't let me do anything. Don't be nice to me. It's really hard to move him when he doesn't want to move, right? Because he's a big dude. What about his groin? Let's look at the bend down. I can start going to work on this guy, right? Because he's taller than me. So chop your tree down. Don't try to reach for the higher shelf, right? If you chop the tree down, groin and kneecaps, once you bend down, now he's my height. Then,
Perfectly well said. Notice too that his first closing attack, it was a straight line attack. That's something I preach, very important, because that closing technique you do, either a kick to the shin, kick to the knee, or finger jab, something, it has to be straight, because the goal of that first attack is to be fast and to land and be effective. And hitting on center line is the fastest way you can hit for that first technique. After you land that first technique, then you can go and hook, swing, do something else, go for a takedown. But that first closing technique needs to be straight and it needs to stop the guy. And that's what Adam Chan did very well. Notice too, he's so good. He knows how to trap, obviously, but he knew when and when not to. For this, he knows the guy's so big and strong, trapping might not be the best thing. He didn't say trapping doesn't work, because it does, but you have to know when to use it. I always say, if the guy's hands aren't in the way, you don't need to trap. The trap only works when his hands are up, but in this case, the guy's bigger and stronger. There was no need to trap, he'd go for the groin. It's very effective.
Damn, you're fucking lightning in a bottle, right?
no, man. Or a lot of times we'll say hit and move, right? Because the guy's bigger. If I try to run away from this guy, hit and move, he's gonna catch me, right? Eventually, right? I don't have.
That's very true. That's one thing I say with the knife defense. Everyone says run, which is true. You do get out of there, run. There are times when you cannot run if the guy's a knife. If you're in the same room and he has a knife, you cannot run. If you're on the bus stop, in a bus, in a train, and he has a knife, you cannot run, because he will chase you. I've seen it. It's scary, it's deadly, it's terrible. He will chase you. You can only run if you're in an open environment and you know you're faster than the guy. So that's another thing. You have to, if you're talking about self-defense, then you have to know what you're talking about. You have to train it to understand when to do stuff and when not to. And like he's saying, there's time to run, but there's also times where running's not gonna work.
I don't have 3 minutes. I don't have half an hour on the street. I want to just get this over with and run, go home, right? Because I don't want to fight, right? This guy grabs me really hard. Don't be nice. You're being nice. Don't be nice, right? Yeah. And you wrestle with this guy. Go for it. He's not going to work with me. He can pick me up and throw me. Pick me up. I'm going to go out the door, right? If this guy tried to impose his strength on me, go ahead. It's really difficult for him to move forward when I'm hitting his diaphragm, right? Even a light one.
Notice to intercept the grab if he was hitting on center. That's one thing I always say, that hitting on center works very well, the blast or something like that, because even if he grabs me, my hands are at least in the way. See, if I do a finger jab or punch, my hands are in the way. If I do a 1-2, to where if he grabs me, well now I have a frame. I have a frame to either frame up and trying to take me down, or I can go for an eye jab, I poke, or for the throat, but my hands are in the way. If I swing and he grabs me, now I'm stuck, he's under me. Now I gotta try to get off and he's gonna slam me. It's gonna be tough. So that's one thing. That's why I always talk about prioritizing hitting on center for that initial attack to intercept him, to stop him.
Doesn't feel good, no. Once I get him, what I did there is I did this and that. I went to his diaphragm, then I went up to the...
Notice again, he's aiming for a vital spot, the diaphragm. If you've never been hitting the diaphragm, you are lucky, because it works. I've been hit there, and it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, so that works. It's a good one too.
Again, right? So even though his hands are...
For anyone watching, the diaphragm, it's right under the rib cage. So you're gonna feel your ribs. Once you feel the bottom of the ribs and you feel that soft spot, that's the diaphragm. So the diaphragm is not necessarily the stomach, but it's the very, very, very top of the stomach. So you're aiming for the guy right under his chest, right under. So right under ribs, that's where you're hitting. That's the diaphragm in itself.
I don't care about his hands. I only care about his center line. If I go for his throat and his diaphragm, I'm going to land it all day until he occupies the center line. When he occupies the center line, then we're back to what you said, right?
There you go. It said it perfectly. When he's on center and I'm hitting, that's when the trapping works.
Just because the guy is tall doesn't really mean anything if he doesn't train a lot, right? In fact, if this is my disadvantage, he has reach and height over me, on purpose, I'll exaggerate my disadvantage. I'll squat down even more. Now when he punches, if I stand up, now he's punching low. So he's drawing the guy in, right? Tyson did that a lot. He got really low on purpose because the guy was already powering him over here. He starts punching a lot, right? If I start backing up, it just gives him time to attack again, right? So if you attack another way, I go for his hand, again I'm going for his throat. You can do whatever you want, right? Again.
Notice how yet again, very subtly, because he's very good, he didn't say, punch me right here. No, he said, do whatever you want. That's an expert. That's an expert right there. I mean, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Wait for an elbow, go for it. I cancel and hit his groin, right? And I'm here. And I hit this guy, right?
Notice too how in this scenario, this is real life, Adam is continuing going forward. He's not backing up, he's not moving around because it's not sparring. In real life, if I have the advantage, if I close distance, I'm gonna keep pushing into him. You know, I'm gonna keep pressuring him. That forward pressure is very important. So notice Adam, he's not backing up and he's not coming out of range. When he's in, he's in. He's gonna keep going in to push him off balance.
Give me a kick. Anyways, thanks, Mike. Next one, don't break my leg. That's really scary to see a guy this big, right? But yeah, if you attack him in the groin and then kneecaps, diaphragm, floating rib.
Kneecaps, there you go. Kneecaps, there you go, there you go.
Rib, eye. What you don't go for is his intestines, pecs, shoulder. I don't try to clinch this guy. I don't try to swing this guy. Drop all the popular stuff and go right for the vitals. Right? Cool. All right. Thanks, Mike.
I can guarantee as well, the reason why I always say, you know, you don't want to get into fights and you always do want to be humble, like Adam was, he's back to humble again, having fun, laughing, is because that gives you an advantage, actually. I'm sure the big guy in the beginning, he did not expect Adam Chan to be that good or to be that good and to be that fast. Part of that is because Adam's a very humble guy. He's a very humble guy, down to earth. He's not gonna act all big and tough, macho. He's not gonna act like, oh, I can beat up anybody. No. So actually, that gives him an advantage because the opponent's not going to think this guy's really that good. You see a lot of boxers, MMA guys, wrestlers, they act so confident. So in the back of my mind, I already know, okay, this guy can fight. I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do. But if it's the guy, you know, like I usually was, you know, the nerdy guy, skinny, doesn't really look like he works out, kind, whatever, they immediately just think, oh, this kid's nothing, whatever, whatever. So then when we do something and I mop the floor with him, it's because he didn't expect it. I'm not gonna tell him, oh, I do Jeet-Kune-Do. I do not tell people that because I want that secret advantage. So yet again, the guy, I'm sure did not know Adam Chan's been doing martial arts for 20, 30 years, and he didn't know that, which is a good thing. That's what helps you in real life, because in real life, you don't know what the guy does. And so by default, the guy doesn't know how good you are. So it's gonna give you an advantage. So it's always good to act humble, be humble, not even act, be humble, be kind. So if something does happen, they're not expecting you to be a good martial artist.
How was it, man? Why didn't you attack some more, you know?
Honestly, it's a shock, right? I'm used to having like some distance. So it's kind of weird when someone is able to bridge that distance very quickly, right? And then of course I immediately go to elbows. Well,
that closing technique, something Bruce was amazing at, Jesse Glover as well, like that's very important. that closing technique. I did a video on that earlier, but yes, that's the bare minimum when it comes to reality, is you need that good close. Because that, as you saw, it got him off guard, shocked him, to then Adam Chan could just keep punching him, keep flowing, and do something else.
What can I do in a close, if someone's right up in my grill, what can I do? As soon as I threw that elbow, he immediately countered and completely took my base out. It's definitely weird. I've never seen someone that fast, right? So it definitely threw me off. I'm not...
And interesting to note, he took his base out because he had that forward pressure and he knew how to off balance him. So that's a big thing too. That when Adam was in, he stayed in and he continued to forward pressure and push and keep hitting him.
I'm not used to someone just being so quick.
Yeah. and kind of occupying all your spaces.
Yeah, and especially he's very close. The one thing I found really weird was he's very comfortable in that close range. He didn't. He wasn't scared. He was just right up there, just ready to go. It's kind of definitely threw me off.
I mean, and that's a result of good training. Because he's trained so much, so well, so dedicated, he knows how to occupy that close space, how to keep that forward pressure, and also, more importantly, the trapping the center line. Because yet again, as Adam said earlier, if Adam's punching on center and the guy tries to occupy center, that's when the trapping works, that's when the cheat side works, that's when the sticking hands works perfectly. And Adam also knew, if the guy's hand's not on center, I'm gonna keep punching him in the face, I'm gonna keep hitting center, I'm gonna keep hitting the diaphragm, the throat, the eyes, and all that stuff. So I mean, by years of training, he literally knows what the guy can and can't do. And that's the biggest thing of knowing your stuff. I mean, this guy, Adam Chan, he's high elite martial artist.
Right, man.
When you fight back.
Honestly, when I threw that elbow, I thought he had my hand kind of blocked. I'm like, oh, perfect, I have a clear opening. As soon as I kind of started angling my weight in, he like reversed it and used my momentum, and it was weird. I'm like, man, if I were to throw a knee or a kick, I got one leg open, this guy's gonna do something bad.
Because yeah, he became off balance. That's why off balance from that forward pressure, when you try to the elbow, Adam Chan was able to turn him and get him off balance. That's why I say, once you close in, that forward pressure is very important.
I took that shot to the diaphragm. I wasn't even expecting it. I'm like, wow, that actually kind of set me back. Kind of winded me a little bit, kind of threw me off. I'm like, I don't want to piss this guy off too much here.
So it's not like you were just standing there, you actually were going for it, right?
Yeah, I was trying to see my openings, and he's actually pretty good at closing those openings really well. Kind of threw me off. That was one thing that threw me off.
All right. Right on. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for not killing me.
Best of the best. So let me know if you like this video. I'm gonna do a part 2 with another thing of Adam's stuff because it's just super good. And be sure, then again, if you want to learn this stuff specifically, I have a $5 course in the description. It's all in there, $5, anyone can afford it. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and with that out the way, I'll be seeing y'all on the next video. Peace.